Let's see what's going on. And we're live. Welcome to another Thursday night safety brief with your boy, me, They Gone. As always, you can find me here on the YouTubes. If you find me on the YouTubes, you know how to find me, and you can always find me on the Twitter at They Gone at 238. And there you go. Once again, this is a Thursday night safety briefing. As some of you may know, or some of you may not know, I was a military sergeant, and on every long weekend or on every Friday, they would give us what they call a safety briefing. So we're going to get our safety briefing out of the way, and then we're going to go ahead and start sharing some stuff I got. So this week, just kind of before we get to the safety brief, this week is a Batman week. I for a lot of the gifts that my lovely They Gone wife got me, she got me some Batman things. I've had some Batman things from the past, so we're just gonna be showing off Batman things. So, and then you'll see some Joes too as well. So, let's get to that safety brief. So, once again, this is the fastest GI Joe show I know, or at least I know. So here we go. So as always, if it's raining, make sure you're not standing out underneath a tree because you might get hit by lightning. If you're gonna go out swimming, make sure you're swimming with a buddy because you might get a cramp and he can save your life. If you're going out there drinking, smoking, doing whatever you kids do these days, make sure you're not driving because it's always easier to get a cab than it is cuffs. If you're out there and you're in trouble, make sure you're calling out. Just give out that good hooty hoo, and make sure you can get your buddies around you. If you see something, say something about it, but don't get yourself in too much trouble. If you have to call back to that CQ desk, to get that help, that's what you should do too. And as always, if you guys are down in the dumps and you're feeling down, go get that mental health help. That's always good for you. There's like I always say, if your leg was broken, get it fixed, and if your brain pan was leaking, you get it fixed too. So hey. So once again, everybody, thanks for the safety brief. That's a really, really quick one, as you guys know. Thanks for Just Another Jerk for showing up, and everybody else in the chat. I seen Joe, a real American hero, and Joe, my friend Joe Hunter. He has really good videos. If you check out some of his videos, you should see him. And then Big Red is here as well. Hey, and then my wife Nordic Flea 22 is made it into the house. I already gave you a shout out for thanks for giving me a lot of these great Veterans Day gifts that included some of these Batman things. So kind of some of the first Batman things. So before I get started, so let's give out some kind of mental health. So I kind of hooked this with Batman. So Batman always fighting, has that vengeance in them because of his loss of his parents and things like that. But he also says in Batman Forever, he talked about Robin, and Robin's going through the same thing. And this kind of goes with Batman. He talks to Robin about it. It's like, well, Robin, it's going to eat you up inside, even after you get your revenge. But against Two-Face and the Riddler, what is that going to do for you? It's not really going to do anything for you. One famous quote I've heard once is like, when you have revenge in your heart, you might as well just dig yourself two graves, one for that person and one from yourself, because that's where you're going to put yourself into. So that's kind of that mental health, kind of letting go of those things in the past, those things that you might hold on to or have a grudge against. That's not good for you. So there you go. So anyway, while you're in, guys are in the chat, thanks for you guys for showing up. One of the questions before I start showing stuff is what is your guys' favorite version of Batman? Which movie is your favorite, or do you like a comic book that is specific ones that you guys like, or is like I'll tell you guys my favorite. But what version of Batman do you guys like best? Okay, I'll drink water here real quick. So I think some people are talking about that they like the Dark Knight and the Avengers are great. Yeah, Batman's a great. To me, is one of the better DC heroes. I'm not a big proponent of being Marvel against DC or anything like that. I'm just kind of a tertiary fan. I enjoy some of the movies. I haven't read much of the comics at all, but and things like that. But for me, like with most of those kind of things, I enjoy the toys and stuff like that. So Big Red saying his best movie is the 89 one, the original Batman with yeah, that's a good one. My favorite Batman movie is actually Batman Forever with the Riddler and Two-Face. That one's my favorite Batman, but I enjoy the older ones too. But thanks to Destro Designs for showing up in the chat. Thanks for showing up here. So one of the best Batmans for me is the animated Batman. That's to me the animated Batman is the the pinnacle of all the Batmans. I enjoy the movies. Yes, I get it. And I guess there's awesome comics stuff. I get that too. That's the backbone of all these things. But to me, the anime Batman, even with Mark Hamill as a Joker and the voice of the Batman, he passed on just a couple years ago, this past year. But that series was the pinnacle Batman. I remember coming home from school enjoying watching that Batman, because it was a kid's show, but at the same time it still dealt with adult things that didn't talk down to kids, just kind of like G.I. Joe was too. To kind of hook G.I. Joe back into this. I loved as a kid those cartoons and shows that did not talk down to you. It tackled real things. One of my favorite shows is kind of my cult classic is going to be Exo Squad. If you guys know Exo Squad, that is it was a 2-year show. It was selling the toys too. It was based off the Gundam series. The toys were based off the Gundam series, but the cartoon show was its own thing against the humans versus the humanoids and stuff like that. It's a really great show. If you have a chance to check it out, I would show Exo Squad. It was on CBS for when I was a kid. I love it. Yeah. See, Big Red knows what I'm talking about. Exo Squad is the toys are awesome too. I have a couple of them actually. I'm deviating off the subject here, but I do have an Exo Squad of the main guy who has most of his pieces on him. I can't remember his name. TJ Marsh. Yeah, Lieutenant Marsh's Exo Squad. I have him. And if you know Exo Squad, this would have been the Exo Squad one to get. And see, what it was is they were these big robot things, and this one could fly and stuff like that. But the pilot would sit inside here, and they would hook up. They would jack into him through like a brain connection, kind of like it was a great show. Anyway, that's enough Exo Squad. That's not what this show's about, but. Anyhow, you never know what we're gonna get with a safety bracing. So, yeah, it was the whole show was diverse, and it was all about everybody said hi to my wife, Nordic Fleet. She might miss a little bit of the show because she has to be on her way back from taking our daughter swimming. So she just kind of popped in real quick. So anyway, so let's get to the Sharon. This is the Batman Sharon. So most of my figures are going to be the McFarlane figures, and as everybody knows, McFarlane line of Batman comes in 7 inches rather than the 6 inches the Joes come in. So once again, to thank Destro Designs for the wonderful gift. Here is Sergeant Airborne. Here's Sergeant Airborne. We can compare him to a Joker. This is supposed to be the version of the Joker if he was a mob boss. The mob boss Joker is a McMarlane family. As you can tell, he is quite larger than Sergeant Airborne is. So these are 7-inch figures, and so that extra inch does make a heck of a difference. But once again, thanks for Destro Designs. Catch out his show on every Saturday at 9 Eastern. 6 Pacific, and he's the reverse of 3 hours later than my show is. Check out his show. He's always a busy guy. He does a very long shows, excellent stuff, always showing off the community, everything like that. And once again, everybody in the community, make sure you're shouting each other out and making sure you're telling each other good job about things. We don't hear that enough. Gary from Chaplain Assistant Motor Pool is here. He's my favorite guy. They do a weekly podcast on G.I. Joe vehicles and trailers too. He's a really man. Gary's my boy. So anyway, if you guys know Gary, you should really check out his channel. So yeah, but like I said, these are the 7-inch figures. You can tell they're a lot bigger. You can use them still in your photography. I can still see people mixing the figures. What I would do is I would use depths of field. So what I would do is I would make sure that I would always have my Joe figures always kind of stand behind the 7-inch figure. Let's get them on the right plane here. 7-inch figure, so that way you have a kind of a more depth of a field, and so that would kind of work. You see, instead of being, you can trick the eye that way. And I think that would help with your photography, make it more, give it more depth too. I think so. Another loose figure I have is going to be Batgirl. This one, once again, is going to be from the McFarlane series. A 7-inch Batgirl. As you can tell, these are loose ones because I did enjoy opening them, so I have shown these off in previous shows. But hey, what are you gonna do? I probably got a good deal on them back in the day too. So Let's see what's going on in the chat real quick. Oh, have you seen? Yeah, see the new Wonder Woman. Yeah, I was just another joke talking about Wonder Woman, but there is a new Wonder Woman that even pop culture, one of our friends who links all his amazing Amazon deals. He showed off the Wonder Woman, and just make sure you guys are checking out other people's show. Like Hey Vern's show, who's the Toy Duo show. They have a show on Saturday too at 12 o'clock Pacific time. So that's going to be 12, 1, 2, 3. It'd be 3 o'clock Eastern. It's a really fun show too. Yeah, it's a great. Yeah, just Joe. Joe, a Real American. Yeah, it's a really cool Batgirl. I like how I wish the cape was cloth. It's not. It's more of a. It's still that kind of vinyl plastic, but it's not bad. Like and then they have the quintessential chest crunch there for you. So yeah, it's a great figure. You can also match it up with the female Joes too. Like I have Lady J here with her famous backwards hat. We all lose her. We all lose her. Her normal hair, but yeah, so this is Lady J, and you can tell she's still quite a bit taller. But once again, if you have Lady J standing more behind her, it doesn't look so bad. So, or if you have the camera up close to Batgirl, you could still get that feel that the same sizes, so you still can include the figure into it. So yeah, Destro Design is 4 hours of excitement. I tried out on my show is not that long, so so just don't worry, guys. I do have a lot of things to show off. Another thing I did get was the animated series Catwoman. I love, like I said, once again, the animated series is my favorite series of Batman. I love it. It's my quintessential Batman of all Batmans. And then I, as you can tell, I got this at GameStop on clearance for $19.97, and they probably had some other deal for. Oh, there you go. That's a lot clearer for you. I'm letting my computer's camera do the work for me. Anyhow, that's a really good figure there. Let's see that to continue with that line. I also got, as I'm going through all my piles of stuff here, I also got the Batgirl animated series one as well. As you can see, I think these figures are quite a bit smooth. Let's get that shine off of there. All right, these figures are quite a bit smaller than the 7-inch ones, so they might not be in that scale. But here is the animated Batwoman. As you can tell, if you got enough of the figures on the back here, you can build this Zeus figure. I have all of them, but which ones don't I have? I don't have Batman, and I don't have the Joker. It's which ones I haven't found, but I have a Two-Face though. So there's the animated Batgirl. There we go. There's List Glare. And then another animated figure, which is one of my favorite Batman villains, is the Riddler. Yeah, I got the animated Riddler here. As some of you guys might have saw pictures of. Oh, there you go. That takes the glare right out. So there's the animated Riddler, and then on the back here's the Riddler right there. But yeah, so the Riddler, I love the Riddler. He's one of my favorite characters. I love the wit of him. I love Jim Carrey's portrayal in Batman Forever with him. It's awesome. Another one I have that kind of talking about Two-Face, talking about Batman Forever. I do have a Two-Face as well. And actually, it's funny. I bought both of these on clearance. I actually forgot that I bought one, and so somehow I have two Two-Faces. Imagine that someone has two Two-Faces. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway, a charity giveaway, or maybe hooking onto Destro's charity giveaway if he wants to. Whoever gives something away, maybe a prize someone can win would be like an extra Two-Face, because I don't need two of them. So that was kind of funny. The joys of finding on disc on clearance when you forget that you already have figures already. Going back to the kind of a more DC line, this is a DC multiverse. Here's Green Arrow. I've shown off this figure before, but it is a great figure. That's getting more like this is a great figure. I kind of love Green Arrow. Always love the Robin Hood stories, and that's what Green Arrow kind of reminds me of. I need to read the comics more about him. The only thing I know about Green Arrow is from his interactions on Batman cartoons that he was in. He was kind of arrogant with Batman, which is kind of funny. So, but Green Arrow is fun. Another kind of DC multiverse is the Scarecrow. The Scarecrow, I kind of love his psychological fear. Kind of, I wish I could have found the animated version one. He looks actually like a Scarecrow, but here's the multiverse version of the Scarecrow. I probably paid full price at this at Target at once, or my wife probably picked it up for a birthday or something like that. But anyway, here's the Scarecrow. I love the psychological fear factor of that kind of villain. That's one of the interesting things about all the Batman villains. They always had some kind of interesting psychological twist to them. They always kind of reminded me of Dick Tracy. I think Batman's kind of lifts some things from Dick Tracy a little bit because all of Dick Tracy's mobsters had weird kind of things to them too. So that kind of picks it out. So your captain and assistants talking about. I'm glad you guys had a good. Sorry, I'm not taking much. I can't talk. Someone who talks for a living just can't really get it together. Can I? Anyway. So anyway, I'm just kind of sorry I'm not paying too much to the chat, but I do have lots of stuff to share. So another thing I did pick up for a Veterans Day / because my wife loves me day is the original talking about the night. As the chat's talking about the 89 Batman, I did get this cowl. This is supposed to be the Batman's cowl in his first comic appearance. It's not the 89 one, but it's the cowl for his first comic appearance. I picked this up really cheap. It was on Target. Target was having like a buy two things or something like for $50 or something like that. You got some money off or something like that, and I ended up getting it that way. This is a while ago. This is before even October, so. Remember, because October was no get October. So anyway, it's pretty cool. Here's the Batman comic cowl. This would be really cool if I took it out of the box and kind of set it on a desk somewhere. It really matches. It goes with my Captain American shield that I got for on clearance. Really, clearance wants. We are going to be opening up a figure tonight, so don't worry. Another kind of it's not quite Batman, but I kind of think of it's Batman. I was gonna show him off on one of my shows once, but my show ended too soon. But I actually got a Snake Plissken figure, Escape from New York figure. This is kind of that badass kind of. He's not really Batman, but if you think Escape from New York, think Batman comes from Gotham City. He's trying to kill a client. It's kind of the same thing, but it's a really cool figure. This is a reaction figure. I don't buy a lot of these because they're not a lot of art. Oh, excuse me. There's not a lot of articulation to them, so there you have it. But I like the figure. It really looks good for display. Another kind of Batman thing I got was, of course, we can't leave out all the Hot Wheels guys and the diecast collectors out there. Shout out to Backyards. I can't remember his name, but he's one of the track guys I just tweeted out today. But anyway, I shout out to him. I got a little the Batwing Hot Wheels. This was new for 2020, so this is pretty old. Then this is getting old. Yeah. Huh. And then I also got a Batman, just kind of a Hot Wheels. Batman, it's kind of a Batman Hot Wheel. As you can see the name real quick on that. There you go. Batman. This is from the Batman and Robin. Batman. Let's see what else. Oh, I also got another die-cast Hot Wheel of the original Batman for the Batman TV show from the 1970s TV show. So here's the original Batman Batmobile too, as well for Hot Wheels. I always enjoy collecting Hot Wheels because you can always pick up. I guess they're $1.15, $1.25 now, but that's still pretty cheap. So you can pick up at a store and feel like you got something. So. Some other kind of other Batman thing. I've shown this one off before, but I got it from Kokomo Toys, the unincorporated sponsor of my show, because they don't know they sponsor my show with all the things I buy from them. This is a Batman watch I bought from them for less than $10. I think it goes this way. That's really cool. Oh, Batman watch. if I ever had to dress up for something, this you could actually, I think I could be able to pull that off wearing that. Anyway, another kind of Batman thing. Going back to the die-cast, I've shown this off a while too. This was another thing I got from Kokomo Toys. This is from Batman Returns, and this is going to be the one with the Penguin, and this is all his little vehicles. There's that's the Batmobile when it splits from the bat in between the Batmobile, so it can go through Anyway, through the thing. So there you go. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Another kind of unrelated Batman, but it still is DC. I picked up this Flash on clearance at Target for $4.99 once a while back. I probably showed this off before too, but here's a Flash figure. I do have one that's kind of like this. It is of the Riddler. As you can see, the back panel, it is the Riddler one. But however, there we go. But however, it's at my Eugene office, and I haven't been to my Eugene office in months. But I enjoy these kind of superpower figures. I thought they were nice. I just kind of thought they were overpriced because, like I said, on clearance from $4.99 is really good. But I think originally they were like $12 or $15. I think that's what is going to kill the 3/4 line for Star Wars. You can't charge me $17-$18 for a 3/4 figure when I can get a Black Series figure for $25. That doesn't make sense. Why am I going to spend just as much for a 3/4 figure as am I going to do a 6-inch figure? That doesn't make sense. Maybe I'm wrong, chat. Maybe you guys can correct me, but I don't think so. Anyhow, another figure I got from Walmart, along with, I can't find it, but I actually got a Batman. This is from the Batman Forever line as well. So there's Batman. I'm Batman. Anyway, I think this is kind of Marvel's version of Batman, or a tougher version of Batman. I love the Punisher, and my wife picked me up a Punisher figure too for Veterans Day. I need to read more of the Punisher comics, but I love the figure, and I love the kind of story, the mystique about him. All right, we're getting down into it, and we're getting about to the 20-minute mark, so we're almost done. And one of the last biggest things I got is the Batman Forever Batman Forever Batmobile. We were looking around for stuff for my wife was looking around for stuff for me, and she's kind of picked it up, and I just love it. So yeah, here's the Batman Forever Batmobile, and it goes with the other Batman I got. So I wonder if this includes a Batman or not. Nice. Another kind of thing I did. Oh yeah, so here's the Batman that would probably be the size of the Batmobile. I'll have to open it up later off camera and take some YouTube pictures, not YouTube pictures, but some Twitter pictures of it and show it off. One thing, a great deal I picked up at Ross with a gift card my wife got me for Veterans Day was this really cool two-faced die-cast little vehicle right here. It is a two-face 1965 Shelby Cobra, but it's painted with two faces color and comes with a little figurine. It's kind of like the it's probably by the Jenks company that makes all kind of those die-cast kind of things. It's pretty cool. And last but not least, we do have a Batman. I did pick up this Batman up at Ross too. This is going to be the 7-inch Batman. This is from Batman, the Three Jokers Batman, which I'm pretty sure that's probably a comic that I'm unaware of, but here's Batman. I picked it up at Ross for $12.99, which you can't see. There we go, for $12.99. It's pretty cool. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, can't go wrong with the Shelby Cobra. Just Jerk is correct. Yeah, details display. I understand. I love the 3 3/4. Don't get me wrong, Joe, Real America. Don't get me wrong. I love the 3 3/4, 3 7. You know what I'm saying? 3 3/4 figures. But the problem is, I'm still not going to pay 6-inch prices for that size figures. It's too much. It's too much. Anyway, we'll release this guy from his plastic cage, and then we'll end up a show. Any other questions in the chat? Like I said, I hope you guys had a good show. We're kind of running toward the end. Ooh, it's not bad. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be chintzier than that because it was one of those single bubbled ones. But that's how I got the Joker, so I shouldn't have felt too much about it. Listen to that crinkle. Don't you love it? Don't let Gung-Ho near Cobra. That Cobra. That's true. So here's the Batman. Of course, he has all his articulation in his arms. You can bend them. I doesn't have removable hands, which is fine because I don't think a lot of this version of McFarlane line would. But it's a really cool Batman. And he even has a little Batman side things on him. He doesn't come with any equipment or anything like that, but I think it's a really cool figure. For how much did I pay for him? For $12.99, that's not bad to get a full size figure like that. Like I said, he's gonna be bigger than your Joes. Compare him to shout out to Just Another Jerk for all of the pictures and stuff you've been put out there. They've been awesome. And well, Pop Frenzy is here. Hey, I was talking about you earlier with all your awesome links and stuff. So thanks for you showing up, even if it's at the end. That's fine. But like I said, it's this is just a different line. It is a 7-inch line, so it is going to not match up totally with your Joes. But once again, if you use that forced perspective, like I'm going to have Spirit snaking on Batman, it's not so bad. Anyway, well, that's pretty much the end of my show. Thank you guys for coming out. It was a lovely show tonight. I know it was a pretty fast one, but like I said, it's the fastest Joe show I know, and I hope you know too. Anyway, well, thanks for coming out. You guys be safe out there, and if you can't be safe, keep careful. And if you can't keep careful, keep safe, and keep your head down. And once again, if you're out there and you're having a hard time, reach out to folks. I don't want to see, especially if you're a veteran or whatever. I don't want to see my war taking more people. So or even those darkness things that takes more people. So if you're hurting out there and you're having some problems, reach out, call those crisis numbers, call the VA hotline number if you're a veteran, and get the help you need. Okay. All right. Well, you guys stay safe. You can't keep careful. All right. We'll see you next time. All right. Out.